I don't know you. Uh, I love to meet people. You're listening to Heart with Saima. I come on every Thursday. आप मुझे रेडियो पे भी सुन रहे होते हैं, and I do live stream my shows. So I'm streaming live on Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn. आज मैं Instagram पे stream live नहीं कर रही because मुझे मेरा device third वाला नहीं मिल रहा था जिसको मैं use करती हूँ for Instagram. So um, when I come here talking about everything that I feel passionate about, um, things that make me happy, things that जिससे मेरी लाइफ इम्पैक्ट होती है, चीज़ें जिनसे मुझे तकलीफ पहुंचती है. There are times, where I even show my frustration at times. That has happened too. तो जब मैं यहाँ पर आती हूँ आप लोगों के सामने, you are able to connect onto YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. Follow me on Facebook. जब आप मुझे follow करते हो तो you're able to watch me as I stream live and live in action. So I was saying earlier कि I love it जब मैं बाहर होती हूँ इधर उधर होती हूँ and I have या parties पे या social gatherings में and I have people who come up to me. पिछले दिनों physicians की conference थी where I believe 5,000 physicians from all over the world, Pakistani physicians, attended. So I had some friends coming and some clients coming. So I was at the conference and I actually had people who from Dallas, Joe, who would come up to me and they recognized me because of my live streaming. So agar aap log, if you guys are going to watch Mughal Azam का जो stage performance है, which is happening in Dallas on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I do plan on going on a Friday evening to watch Mughal Azam ki live performance. And if you are there and if you see me and if you recognize me, I would love for you to come and say hello to me and introduce yourself to me because I love to meet people and I love engaging with people. I'm a combination of an introvert and an extrovert because मेरी life के अंदर I love both elements, of जब मैं लोगों से मिलती हूँ. So, having said that, just sharing a few things about what's happening in the world of real estate in Dallas. So, basically, in the world of real estate, I can tell you that when it comes to real estate market is there's not a whole lot of decline in the Dallas Fort Worth area. Market के अंदर last month Metrotex, which is Dallas Association जो real estate की है, they said that there was like a 5% drop, which is not very significant. We're not seeing a whole lot of decline. And one of the main reasons why we are not really seeing much of a decline is because there's not a whole lot of inventory. Most people are holding on to their homes. They are holding on to where they are living simply because of the interest rates that they have on their existing homes is just much lower. We are seeing a lot more movement happening on the commercial real estate side. अगर आप commercial real estate में interest रखते हैं, so on the commercial real estate side, we are working on a few development projects. There is a development project opportunity which is there in Princeton. There is a development opportunity which is in Cleburne. There is a development opportunity. There are three different packages, which includes retail, rent to build, or build to rent. I said it the wrong way. So there are all these different opportunities when it comes to real estate development. And agar aap if you are interested in a real estate development, do reach out to me. Like I said, there are different kind of projects which we do have. So Dallas की जो real estate market है, I think one of the most happening cities in Dallas-Fort Worth is Frisco, Texas. There is just so much happening in Frisco. The development that continues to shape Frisco is tremendous. If you have heard Brinkman Ranch, which is basically one of, so there's only, अगर आप Frisco को देखें तो there's basically only 10% of land which is left in Frisco, and so not a whole lot. So Brinkman Ranch, अगर आपने उसके बारे में सुना है तो it's this humongous ranch which is there in Frisco, and a portion of it was sold, and the development which is taking place is estimated to be valued at more than $2 billion. And this is happening, this is in Frisco. It's a development of over 630-acre development that will bring grocery stores, 30,000 square feet of retail space, and more to the area. So it will be surrounded by 2,500 single family homes and 2,200 multifamily units. So there is just a whole lot of stuff which is happening in Frisco. And if you are in the market looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate, please do reach out to me and let me know how I can be of any help to you. I am a firm believer that real estate is that asset, it is that investment which everyone should get involved in. If you have children, you should get your children involved in real estate investing as well. What real estate investing does is it helps you build assets. So they say that landlords get rich even in their sleep. And that is because now, no matter what happens, you have to have holding power. So I was with these clients yesterday, and we were literally, we were together all day, and we were going from location to location to location for commercial real estate, because they are searching for a specific product to sell, and the space that they're looking to open this in. So हम लोग एक जगह से दूसरी जगह से तीसरी जगह, we were going to multiple locations to get a look at what is available. And I will tell you that prices we see are continuously going up. One of the things that I told them is that you have to, when you invest in real estate, you, as an investor, you have to be mentally prepared and have funds to be able to sustain at least for 6 months. आपके पास monthly payments, you should have enough money that helps you get through 6 months, just in case. Because you know what, when you get involved in a new business, it takes time to build a business. It takes time to learn, to sustain, to build, and to be able to transition it from that place of newness to a place where it's successful. A business, when you start a new business takes time. It takes research. It takes due diligence. इतनी सारी on a daily basis different experiences हो रहे होते हैं. Even though I have been in real estate for over 18 years, October में 19 years हो जाएंगे. But I will tell you, when it comes to real estate, every single day is a new day. Every transaction is a new transaction. And my intention is, when it comes to clients, there are many times that we are actually learning, especially when it comes to commercial real estate. We learn from every single transaction. So having said that, everything that you do, investment in real estate is something, it's a long-term game. You have to have the holding power. And once you have the holding power, anything that you are ready to get creative over, go out and do it. Life ke andar, it is so easy to just live a life which is, which जो एक parallel के ऊपर चलती जाए, right? It just keeps going. But that's not what life is meant to be. Life challenges us from every direction. Life is, ever pushing us to shift and move. And life is wanting us to do that. because life wants us to evolve and change and grow. And most people constantly fight growth in their life. बट जिंदगी में आपको चांसेस लेने हैं, जिंदगी में you gotta try different things. That is what life is about. It's about trying, it's about evolving, it's about newness, it's about exploration, it's about adventure. जब आप एक ही जगह के ऊपर फंस के रह जाते हैं, when you're stuck in the same place and there's no growth happening in life, I think the best analogy is to compare yourself at that point to stagnant water. And I always compare life to whether it's stagnant water or it's a river which is flowing. And if you listen to me, I last, I think in my show last week, I said that there are three words which I'm taking forward in my life with me. As of last week, there was a relatively new word I've added on, and that's flow, because I'm working on turning myself or मेरी खुद की जो जिंदगी है into like a river that just flows, and you just flow. And that's what I'm working on doing with my own life, is just flowing, where I'm not fighting, I'm not trying to uh, have this barrier against what life is sending my way, and instead I embrace it. The second word that I started this year with was transcendence. Transcendence is basically, it has to do with your soul and your spirituality. Spirituality and religion, they're two different things. And if you don't know that there's a difference between spirituality and religion, then you should Google it, because they are two very different things. Religion has certain things that religion wants you to, okay, you should do this and you should do that. And spirituality is basically, regardless of whatever your religion might be, it is your inner connection, your soul's connection to the energy in the universe. So there are two different things. So transcendence has to do with the spirituality. It has to do with your connection to the universe. So, abundance, that's another word that I started my 2023 with. Abundance, that's a word which I hold on to very strongly, and that's a word that I am taking forward with me, and that's a word that I'm working on as I work on changing my own life and changing, taking my life where, I manifest, and I'm working on bringing change in my own life. And now there's a new word that I actually am adding to the other three words. And this new word is recalibrating. I think this word recalibrating is just such a strong and powerful word. Recalibrating. I am recalibrating. And so let me tell you exactly, to share a little bit about recalibration. Um, Recalibration involves an intentional recalibration and envisioning of one's life based on the universal energy and the unique purpose that, as an individual, each and every individual being in this world has a very unique purpose. अगर आप देखें तो almost 8 billion population of the world, and उस 8 billion के अंदर each and every person's DNA is unique. Each and every individual is unique. So we are unique creations of our creator. And being that individual unique creation, we all have a very unique and individual purpose in our life. And we are meant to identify with with our individuality, individual creativity, and move on from the demands of our careers or people's expectations into a deeper sense of our calling. Calling basically is our purpose. This external perspective, it allows us to live more meaningfully when we try to connect with our inner being and whatever the purpose of our soul is, our individuality. हम अपनी जिंदगी का इतना the time जो है, we spend a vast majority of time living up to, from the moment we are born, and your parents want to dress you up in a certain way, they want to put you in certain schools, they want to take you to certain classes, they want to give you a certain exposure, their expectations from you. So ye sab cheezein jo hain, you are a byproduct of everyone's expectations, your surrounding. Purposeful recalibration has to do with you tuning in with yourself, your individuality, your creativity, your sense of purpose in this world, which has nothing to do with anyone else's expectations. हम लोग सब इतने यूनिक और इंडिविजुअलिटी के साथ क्रिएट हुए हैं कि we spend a lifetime making other people happy, fulfilling other people's dreams, and this other people is your family, is your friends, is the people around you. I myself have been told that you know what, uh, if you just try to be so different or follow your authenticity, you are going to be ostracized, you're going to be you know you know तुम अकेली, you'll find yourself just alone. And I have actually responded to this by saying that uh, so be it. I am not willing, no matter what, to compromise on my own individuality, my own authenticity. I have not come into this world to always to worry about living up to other people's standards. I have come into this world with my own purpose, to be at peace with myself. अगर आप, if you self-reflect and you look within, if you feel that you're not at peace with yourself, and if you feel that your soul is not at peace, it means that alignment off है. There are a few different things that you're able to do for your mental calibration. You should begin each day intentionally with the things that matter the most to you, because life is very frantic. There's a lot of chaos in life. We are pulled in multiple different directions. Last night I was feeling so off and overwhelmed, and मेरी alignment off हो गई थी last night because I was overwhelmed. I had worked all day, I had been out, driving. And then when I got back home, you know, my mom wasn't feeling well. मैं उनको दोपहर को, I had tried for my daughter to take her to the doctor because कोई 1.5 हफ्ते पहले we had to take her to the emergency, and I needed to get her to a primary care. And we had an appointment, and my mother refused to go for the appointment. और she said नहीं नहीं, मैं फाइन हूँ, मैं ठीक हूँ, मैं नहीं जा रही. और जब हम घर पे वापस आए, मैं जब घर पे रात को वापस पहुंची हूँ, तो एकदम से her blood pressure started to shoot up again. And जब से इमरजेंसी से आए हैं उनकी हेल्थ दोबारा से बैलेंस पे नहीं आई है. And I was like, Mom, you could have gone to the doctor. You could have done this. I did not want need to come home and watch you suffering. So एकदम से मेरा खुद का balance off हो गया. And a couple of other things happened in the interim. And I just, मेरी alignment खराब हो गई. And then, जब मेरी alignment off होती है, तो I have to kind of work on myself, do some self reflection where, I, for myself, this does might not work for everyone, but इस पॉइंट के ऊपर जो मेरी इंट्रोवर्ट साइड है, जिधर मैं अपने आप को, अपने आप को सबसे कट ऑफ करके, आई गो इन एंड आई हैव टू वर्क ऑन rebalancing myself. And I did that, and I went to sleep, and then, I listened to some stuff, and when I listened to this stuff, I work on rebalancing myself. तो अपनी सेल्फ अलाइनमेंट जिंदगी में बहुत ज़रूरी है. You have to remind yourself of your own priorities. What are your priorities? Your priorities might not be the same as anyone else's priorities. When you live together, like my parents are with me, my daughters are with me, and I tell each individual person in this household that every individual person's space needs to be respected. You need to respect everyone's space. This is a safe space for several people, and it, everyone is a unique individual, and whether we like it or not, but it needs to continue being a safe space for everyone. You have to continuously in life seek growth opportunities so that you're continuously growing. You have to put in a certain amount of hours on a weekly basis to just learn and grow and evolve. You have to attend to your physical well-being, which I haven't been. I mean, this year I just went off grid. अच्छे से function कर रही थी, and then I just fell off grid, and I stopped going out, and I stopped working out, and kind of fell off grid. And that is something I need to recalibrate in my life. You need to surround yourself with focused, confident people. You need to surround yourself with people who are in alignment with your own goals and your own purpose in life. You're listening to Heart with Saima. I come to you every Thursday, and I'm going to see you right after the break. We will see you in a few minutes. All right, so talking about recalibrating. So yeah, I mean, I think this is something that goes for it goes for everyone, right? We all tend to lose our, वो चीज़ें जब लाइफ के अंदर होती हैं, um, which come in, they hit you, and then you get off balance. So I kind of this is a bit, maybe it might sound a bit bizarre, but जब मैं खुद को देखती हूँ, तो मैं कभी कभी अपने आप को, I take myself kind of outside of my body, and I stand there and I look at me and I see कि okay, किस जगह पे मुझे alignment, where do I see that the alignment is off? And then I'm like, okay, you know what, these are the things I need to work on, these are the things I need to fix. um, I'm not a perfectionist. uh, I'm okay with understanding that life falls apart. Shit happens. um, there are times when I feel that i'm standing and I'm standing underneath a hailstorm, where I am standing there. But I've been working on myself, and I haven't felt that way, in a very long time. But I did in 2016, when my family took a business hit, and we lost our business, and there was just utmost chaos. Um, and since then, I started working on my alignment, because I realized that I cannot help anyone else until I help myself. I cannot help my daughters until I help myself. So I started working on self alignment, and इस वक्त मुझे ये पता होता है कि जब भी मेरी खुद की मुझ मैं अलाइनमेंट ऑफ फील कर रही होती हूँ, like last night I was just feeling overwhelmed. I told my daughter, I was like, I'm feeling overwhelmed, and I just need to regroup. I need to bring, rebalance myself. And I don't think there's a better word than probably alignment or recalibration. Um, and that's when I was like, okay, you know what? I already have these three words, right? Important words, which mean so much to me in my life: flow, transcendence, um, flow, transcendence, abundance. And now I'm going to add another word in my life, and that word is it's a recalibration. So I'm going to. I think that's such a, and I think this is the word I take forward with me, because recalibration means to bring वो जो डेली एडजस्टमेंट्स ज़िंदगी में हो रही होती हैं, वो जो डेली setbacks and ups and downs हो रही होती हैं, and you need to rebalance, continuously rebalance yourself. I think it just makes such a big difference. So you have to, recalibrate. It just makes a very, very big difference. Recalibrate is to calibrate something. So basically, it recalibrate, calibrate just means, they're similar in meaning. Um, it's a change in the way you do or think about something. It means a major recalibration of our pain, of our inner self, of whatever it is that we are experiencing in life. So that's what recalibration is. So we do have 30 seconds left before we go back into the show. And I will, real quick, Walaikum Assalam, Israr. Bahut bahut shukriya. Thank you for being here. Tabassum Ali, Zahid, Iqbal Mirza, Rosie, Rajwani. Hey Gabe, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. Shoaib Warwick, Soraya Heather, kaise hain aap? Sohail, how are you? Thank you all for being here and for being a part of my journey. And we go back into the show. Welcome back. You are listening to Heart with Saima. I come to you every Thursday from 1 to 2. And I come here, I talk about different things that matter to me. अगर आप आई वुड लव फॉर यू टू फॉलो मी ऑन सोशल मीडिया. अगर आप लिंक्डइन के ऊपर हैं तो आई एम अंडर साइमा मलिक डिलन. अगर आप यूट्यूब के ऊपर हैं तो आई एम अंडर साइमा डिलन. आई एम ऑन फेसबुक अंडर साइमा मलिक डिलन. तो do follow me. I would love for you to follow. And actually, I do stream my show live. तो अगर आप live देखना चाहें तो आप सोशल मीडिया के ऊपर जाके you are able to watch me live. You are even able to go on to jointhecaravan.com, and you're able to listen to any of the RJs on Radio Caravan by going on there. So otherwise, you are on the radio itself. You're listening to me on 104.1 FM, 700 AM. And गाड़ी के अंदर अगर आप मुझे सुन रहे हैं तो आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. Thank you for allowing me to be your drive time companion. Um, Other than that, I come to you Thursdays. I talk about everything that has to do with my life. Uh, when it comes to my life, whether it's real estate, whether it's my kids, whether it is my own journey of life, have been talking about a few words that I extremely, when I started 2023, I brought into 2023 a couple of words. I actually brought in three words that I am took forward with me. There was a transcendence, there was abundance, um, and actually two words, transcendence and abundance. Few weeks ago, I brought in another word that has kind of become really important to me, and that word is flow. Um, Flow has become really important. I feel that when I am like a river, and like a river, I want to flow. It means that I am going to let go of trying to control things. And when things don't happen the way I wanted them to happen, I will release that control factor and I will let things flow. Perhaps it was just meant to be an experience, not giving me the outcome that I wanted, but still gave me a lot of experience, right? So I take that with me and I just flow. Now, flowing doesn't mean that you can't have your own goals and you can't have your own aspirations, because I do. And when I'm flowing, and if there are certain things that I feel will not fall in with my flow of life, that it's important to let it go. But having said that, who knows कि कल क्या लिखा है, right? We don't know what tomorrow, what destiny has in store for you, right? So when you don't really know what destiny has in store for you, you don't really know what to let go, what to let in. But the most important thing is to just flow. They say that even with people, they're meant to come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So I don't know who's coming into my life with what reason, or if it's for a season, or if it's a lifetime. So I flow, I let it go. And whatever the purpose is, which I log home, well, circumstances or whatever it is that is happening in your life, whether it's for a reason or a season or a lifetime, whatever it is that is coming into your life is all going to give you some kind of experience that it's going to leave behind for you. And you learn from it, and you know, you write about it, you put it in your, in your memory box. If needed, you archive it. And then you just move forward and you just continue moving forward in life. And you hope that whatever stays behind is what is beneficial to you. Whatever it is that comes and stabs you in the heart is because it was meant, life is meant to change. People are meant to evolve. We are not meant to stay in the same space for our whole life. As individuals, we have our individual purpose that we have come on this earth for. We are all individual beings. Our children are their own individual beings. Our children are not meant to become a byproduct of our expectations either. Everyone has their own unique individuality and destiny. And as parents, even when it comes to our children, we are meant to just be a guiding light for them. and then they have their own destiny and they're going to do their own things. But when you stand there and you don't support your children, that is the hardest thing that a child has to experience and go through. It's very, very hard as parents to love your children and give them unconditional love. I think it's one of the hardest things to do, because you have most of your expectations from your children to do this or do that, and it's the hardest thing to just let them go and just let them flow. But I think जब जिंदगी में you realize that we are meant to flow, and the moment you let go of yourself and you start flowing in this river of life, there are many, many hard moments where, certain things which are not in agreement or in alignment with where you're heading in life, then those things will be taken away from your path. And perhaps they were not there for a lifetime. Perhaps uh, the definition of a certain relationship changes. But I think it makes a huge difference in how you try to hold on to things. You don't want to let go of things. But when you let go and you let it flow, then you continue on your path and on your journey of life and wherever your life is meant to take you. And I think with my own life, that is something that I am teaching myself on a daily basis. I work on my own individual growth every single week. If you're not out there learning new things, if you're not out there growing, if you're not out there exploring, it means that you're becoming stagnant in life. And when you become stagnant in life, that's when, you know you're you're supposed to be like a stream, and you're only supposed to let that go through the stream which is beneficial for you. But when you start taking everything upon yourself, then उस strain के अंदर, you know holes होना शुरू हो जाते हैं. And when there are holes in the strain, then then more stuff starts going through which is not beneficial for you, and that is what creates toxicity within you. Even when it comes to food, right? The junk that we eat, which our gut is not able to digest, it stays in our body in the form of fat or toxicity. So everything that we let in within us, it matters. It's important for us to recalibrate on a daily basis. Like I mentioned before we went on the 1:30 break, that I was out all day working with clients because of the business that they are looking into. So we were all over town. It was a long day. We stopped and we had nihari and naan. I love nihari. So nihari और amazing naan हमने खाए at Adda. Their naans were just fabulous. Um, and we had that. और फिर मैं घर पहुंची. We, like I said, we had been gone all day since 9 o'clock in the morning. और फिर मैं घर पहुंची, and my mom wasn't feeling well. My daughter was upset over something. And I just went off balance. मेरी alignment off हो गई. And then I was trying, but I just couldn't rebalance myself last night. So I just crashed, went to sleep. I woke up, but I was just feeling all this blockages, and I don't like it when I'm not flowing. My energy is not flowing, and when I'm feeling these blockages and these energy blocks, this is something I would tell you to do. Just sit down with yourself, खामोशी में, in silence with yourself, and just look within yourself. Just see अंदर झांक के कि किधर ऑफ फील हो रहा है, कुछ कंधे में ऑफ फील हो रहा है क्या, वो स्ट्रेस से ब्लॉकेजेस आ रहे हैं एनर्जी के अंदर, कुछ क्या चीज़ ऑफ फील हो रही है, क्या हर्ट कर रहा है या क्या अपसेट कर रहा है, बिकॉज ह्यूमन बीइंग्स आर ब्लॉकेजेस ऑफ एनर्जी. और एनर्जी जो है, हम हर चीज़ फील करते हैं, क्या कौन सी वाइब्रेशंस हमारे लिए भेजी जा रही हैं, व्हाट इज बीइंग सेंट आवर वे. सो वी आर दिस this creative these blocks of energy, and everything, every feeling from people, कोई हमारे बारे में सोच रहा है, कोई हमारे लिए बुरा चाह रहा है, आपके लिए someone is being envious, someone is resenting you, or the things that we do in our own life, we take some, we are deceitful, koi opportunity thi hum kisi ki, we do something wrongful, we go and we take advantage of someone's generosity, or किसी का हम फायदा उठा रहे हैं, किसी का हक हम मार रहे हैं, we are taking something that does not really belong to us. हर चीज, everything in our life is meant to be a balance of energy, and when that balance becomes, उसकी alignment off होती है, and when something goes off balance, it starts creating these blockages within us, which gives us stress, which makes us unhappy, which gets us off centered. हमारा balance खराब हो जाता है, and that's where recalibrating comes in. Every action, everything that you do has an impact on your own energy and on your own well-being. And you think you don't, किसी का आप हक मारते हो, you take away something that is not rightfully yours, you force someone into circumstances where they have no choice but to concede. Different things that happen in life which are not in alignment with our soul and our energy, then uska balancing act aata hai. You might take from here, but you might lose from here, because it has to be a balancing act of energy. So, Mary, coming back to myself and recalibration, this new word that I have added on to my list of words, which are flow and abundance and, you know, transcendence. This word that I've just added to my list of words, recalibration, it has to do with bringing yourself in balance. It's not my place to question, hum sab life mein, we make these choices, which at any given point in time might be what is important for us at that time. But it impacts our energy, it impacts our flow. So मैं जब ये blockages अपने इधर feel कर रही होती हूँ, so that means I need to, I do self-reflection कि मैंने क्या किसी के लिए कुछ बुरा किया, या मैंने क्या किसी के लिए कुछ बुरा सोचा. Did I maybe take advantage of someone? Did I say something, on impulse? Did I say something wrong? Because I'm an impulsive person. जब कुछ होता है, तो I tend to react, and I'll express my feelings and my emotions. And sometimes that's not the best thing to do. I was recently told that, you don't just react. So I've been working on that. उस चीज के ऊपर I've been working on. Okay, not the first reaction. So I've come to the conclusion कि because मुझे ये चीज अपने अंदर नजर आई है कि मैं, that first emotion that comes out when someone does something. Now there's the good and bad, right? So the good is I might, it's your first emotion, and that first emotion might make me want to just grab you and hug you, and just I might be overwhelmed by someone doing something for me, and I want to express my gratitude instantly. So, and that is good, right? telling people that how beautiful you are or how amazing you are and how wonderful you are, right? But it's not just that. उसका negative side भी आ जाता है कि अगर कोई मुझे upset करता है या pushes me in a corner, उसके अंदर भी फिर एक reaction आ जाता है. And that reaction might not always be the best reaction to have. And I've spent the past at least a couple of years पहले जब मैं in realizations पे आ रही थी, तो I figured that okay, you know what, I need to not respond immediately. I need to take a deep breath. I need to sleep on it. I need to sleep on it for maybe even 2 days or 3 days or 4 days. And then I see that my reaction sometimes changes. And sometimes I feel that it's important to let the other person know. I think communication is essential. So it is important not to just keep holding things within you either. I'm just talking about that instant initial reaction. Just under you might have there might be aggression, and that might rub off wrong on someone else. But when you sleep on things, you might still want to let the other person know that hey, your behavior, you did this or you did that, and that impacted me. And I have been really bad in communication, which means कि जो भी होता था, being a Cancerian and a crab, I just go into my shell and I just keep things within. But my daughters have been teaching me how necessary it is to communicate and not to withhold things, not to keep things inside you. And I've been working on that because communication is communication, trust, integrity. These are essential ingredients to nurture a relationship. It could be a relationship with a spouse, it could be a relationship with your kids, it could be a relationship with your friends. Communication is key. I think it's so important to be able to let even your best friend know that, hey, you know what, you did this and it made me feel this way. Because when you don't, and there's just that, bad energy coming out from you, then the other person is just going to interpret it based on their own perception and their own experiences. And how you perceive something might not have anything to do with their reality. You might see that someone is a bit off and not talking to you, maybe a coworker, maybe a friend, and you're like, oh, you know what, that person ignored me, or that person did this, or that person did that, because they're treating me this way and I don't deserve to be treated. Of course you don't deserve to be treated that way, but someone else's behavior might have simply to do with what they might be going through. Maybe they're having a bad day, maybe it's something is going on in their home, maybe with their kids, maybe with their family, maybe they're going through something which they are taking it out in a certain way. And it has nothing to do with you, but you take it on yourself because you feel that, oh, that person was being offhanded with me or was being rude to me. But it might have nothing to do with you. So ये energy flows आ जाते हैं, ये blockages आ जाते हैं. जब हमारे अंदर ये blockages और energy के blockages आ जाते हैं, and we tend to, they tend to, manifest itself in a certain way in our demeanor or in our mannerisms. And it might not have anything to do with you. It's just whatever it is that they are going through. But you're going to interpret it in a way which is based on your own individual thinking and your own individual mindset. So communication is so essential for healthy relationships, whether it's with your friends, your best friend, your life partner, whatever it is. It is, communication is so important. But as while growing up, a lot of people are actually told to just hold everything inside of you and not to display your emotions. And especially, right, when people display their emotions, they're instantly told, okay, chup ho jao, baat nahi karo, just shut up, kamre mein band kar dete hain, you smack the child, जो भी आप करते हैं, because you are not in agreement, you're not wanting to listen to what is being said. But that is actually very harmful, and that's not good for you. Communication is key, it's essential. We're in the last 3 minutes of our show. Thank you for being a part of Heart to Heart. I come to you every Thursday from 1 to 2. We talk about everything that is near and dear to me, that I feel passionate about, and whether that's talking about what's happening in the world of real estate. If you are out there, you're listening to me. I do have a client who is looking to buy just business, not real estate, a gas station. Uh, Probably around within a 40 to 50-mile radius from Prosper. So if you know anyone who's looking to sell a gas station, max between 300 and $500,000, please do reach out to me. My email is vip@simadillon.com, and that's VIP, like Victor India Papa at Sima, SAIMA, Dillon, DHILLON.com. You're able to send me a message, you're able to call me, email me, DM me on social media, follow me on social media. You are able to go on social media and watch me live, because I do live stream my radio show, whether you're on LinkedIn or you're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I haven't been on Instagram in yesterday or last week, but it is something I do the first 30 minutes of the show. Um, so you're listening to Heart with Saima. I come to you and I talk about my own life experiences, my love for real estate, um, a lot of different things that are important to me. And I appreciate you being a part of my journey, and I'm so grateful for your love and your appreciation. And like they say, if you weren't there, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. So I'm grateful to you for being a part of my life. We are in the last 30 seconds, and stay well. I hope it's a wonderful weekend for you. If you are interested in meeting me, I hope you come to watch Mughal Azam. It is on there's a show on Friday evening, Saturday evening, and Sunday afternoon. It's supposed to be, I've heard amazing things about Mughal Azam, and I myself will be going to the Friday evening show. And if you're there, please do come and say hello. This is Saima Dillon signing off. Hi, how are you? Welcome back.